So for the small business owner, how should they know when to use direct marketing versus brand marketing? What's better suited for what?
Yeah. So if they're trying to get awareness out there about a product or service, or maybe they're new to a market and they're not known in a certain market, they would want to do more brand or, the awareness driving brand marketing. And once you're in a market and you're known somewhat and you're ready to get people to take an action, like Trey was describing, that's when you really do more the direct marketing piece of it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think direct marketing, it really depends on stage of business, market that you're in. So there's a lot of variables to it. But anytime you have a very specific financial goal that you need to drive for the business, like a certain net number of new leads you need to create, or pipeline is a term we would use in kind of the B2B space, where you want to create opportunity for your sales team to be able to engage and close new business. Or if you're in the kind of consumer marketing, like say Ramsey Plus is, where we have a very specific number of lives that we want to serve. When you have those very specific goals, at some point you're going to have to do direct marketing. So I think it's the balance between the two, the nuance of the timing of, I need to have enough awareness to those who have the problem that my solution solves. So we don't want to just go and spend a ton of money or create a ton of awareness for people who don't have the problem that our product solves. So once we've done that, then we actually need to move them into taking an action. So that's the way business works. It moves at the speed of cash, the speed of trust, and so we need to make sure that we're doing both of those things really well.
Yeah. And both of these types of marketing can cost money, which can be a little scary as a small business owner when you're pouring money into marketing and you're not sure if it's going to ROI immediately. And when it comes to brand marketing, that's even harder to track sometimes.
It really is.
So what are some of the ways that we do brand marketing here at Ramsey?
We're a little different than some other places. One of the ways that we've traditionally done brand marketing here is we've put out trusted content for people to listen to in the form of shows or even blog posts and information that we put out there for people to engage with. That's free. And then they build trust, they're ready to take action, and then we do the direct marketing. We might advertise a book to them that drives them to our e-commerce store to make a purchase, for instance, once they're warmed up to the content. That's a little unusual for most places. If you're a local business and you've got a service or a retail location, you might want to do different brand marketing within your area. That could be anything from TV commercials or radio ads. They might not be the most effective. You might have the most effectiveness by understanding who your customers are and then really understanding where they're hanging out, because that's how you can best get your brand out there to them.
Yeah.
And on that question about what a small business owner should invest in, to me, the fundamental tactic that a small business owner should invest in is what we would call retargeting. So if your brand is built up enough, or your awareness in the marketplace is enough that you're getting natural traffic to your website, whether that's direct traffic, organic traffic, so on and so forth, it's very effective but affordable way to actually do some spend is to target those people who have have visited your site but haven't converted yet. So you can use Facebook, you can use Google, different platforms to do that retargeting. And there should be very specific cost per action metrics that you're trying to drive. Say your average transaction value, these are arbitrary numbers, say it's $50. Then you would say, hey, if I can get somebody who's already been on my website to take the next step and convert for say $10 a piece or $15 a piece, that's a 3-to-1 ROAS, return on ad spend. That is a very effective strategy. You would want to do what I would tell my team to do, which is to find the ceiling on that strategy. So what I mean is, I'm going to start spending $50 a day. Well, now I'm going to spend $100 a day. Do I get 10? If I spend $200 a day, do I get 20? And you would want to keep ratcheting that up, because it's the most bottom of the funnel tactic that you can do. And I think every small business owner should be doing that if they have a digital presence.
So because there's a little more awareness, hey, they're more likely to actually maybe make this purchase because they've been to our website or they've taken this action. And you're saying do it in incremental steps. You don't have to go and spend 10 grand tomorrow. You might spend 100 tomorrow and then increase it over time once you see what works.
And digitally, it's so easy to both ratchet that spend up the right sort of way, ratchet it down if it's not working, and also measure it. From a brand marketing standpoint, what you want to see over time is a sustained increase in traffic and awareness and people coming to your store. It's a little harder to measure, but you still should be able to see an increase over time.
Yeah. It's interest. first, which would be more awareness and intent. I've taken a step to show you that I'm ready to move down the funnel with you. So I've downloaded a white paper, or I've read a blog on your website, or I've listened to 15 minutes of a show program. Well, you can put markers inside of that video content and know exactly the length of time somebody's consumed a piece of video content, and then retarget them with a very specific message to what you know they've consumed. So there's a real education that you bring to the table where it feels super personalized to me, the consumer, is like you're paying attention to what I'm doing and you're helping me make the decision a lot easier. You're allowing them to buy instead of forcing a sell on them in that way.